The Ritual Killer was released in 2023 with an upcoming DVD release of 14th of June 2023, so make sure you get your copies pretty soon. It was directed by George Gallo and stars Morgan Freeman and Cole Hauser. Real quick, before we get into this review, I just want to thank Eagle Entertainment Australia for sending me a copy of this movie for review and unboxing. You can check out my previous unboxing video on my channel, and obviously you're watching this review, so big thank you. But no, thank you Eagle, you guys are awesome, I really appreciate it. Let's get into the review. A detective played by Cole Hauser hunts an international murderer committing ritualistic killings in a small Mississippi town. He seeks help from an anthropology professor, played by Morgan Freeman, who is an expert in the ancient rituals being performed. I personally feel that Morgan Freeman carried this movie with his performance. It's the usual Morgan Freeman. He could be in anything, and what he brings to the table is undeniably good. His character, I felt, was there to provide the answers to the viewers, like why things and the killings happened the way they did, or what things are, and things like that. Vernon Davis, who played the killer, did a surprisingly great job in his role. For a football player, I wasn't expecting much, and honestly, he pleasantly surprised me. Cole Hauser did a good job with his character, but sometimes felt a bit cliche, so I'm not sure if that's his fault or the fault of the writing. So keep that in mind. I kind of am of the thought that it's the writing, but yeah. The backstory for Cole's character, while being emotional and making you feel for the guy, doesn't really add anything to the story here. More, it just shows the way he is, I guess. But if I'm being honest, it felt a bit added on, not really relevant. Some of the shots of the cities and environments looked really pretty in this movie. The action scenes were filmed competently and were all well choreographed. The murders were really gruesome and felt really creepy. Some of the side characters felt a little stiff and wooden, but luckily those characters who felt like that weren't in scenes for very long. The on-screen dynamic between Freeman and Hauser was good, I enjoyed it. It was very interesting and probably the most entertaining aspect for me. There are some scenes where they feel like they drag, and I was looking at the time more than I wanted. They outstayed their welcome and they affected the pacing a little bit. The music can be both good and also not that great. Most scenes it adds tension, but there are a couple scenes where it feels over the top, for instance, where there is no danger, but it plays some creepy music when a character is literally walking down a hallway in a university. It kind of felt like why is this happening? It probably would be more effective if there was no music there. There are some side plots which have to be assumed and they seem forgotten about in the movie, and there is a weird turn of events with a certain character which I won't fully say to avoid spoilers, but I feel this certain twist and turn of events should have been given more time to be fleshed out on screen and given more of a proper ending and a bit more, I guess, substance. Which brings me to the ending. The movie just kind of ends. You can look at it two ways. That either being it ends abruptly and up in the air, leaving more questions, or it ends creatively. So it really comes down to the type of person you are. I personally feel it was really abrupt and just up in the air, and it left me with just more questions than it did with answers. Overall, if you like these types of detective movies, which focus on serial killings, you'll probably have a fun time watching this. The Ritual Killer was far from perfect, was intriguing for the most part, but was hurt by its downfalls. Guys, that's it for my review. Have you seen The Ritual Killer? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments. Of course, be respectful to each other. We're all movie fans here. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out my socials, and I'll see you in the next video.